Hi guys. Now, as you already know, Police UK, otherwise known as the National Police Chief Council, refused to answer any questions that you guys put to them last Thursday, which was an absolute and complete cop-out, excuse the pun. Now, I know a lot of you had genuine questions that you wanted answering, but I also acknowledge that there were some people I feel were venting their frustration at the police for incidents that they may have been involved in themselves, which in my book is absolutely fine. And had they simply gone through the list of questions and even answered just select questions, rather than simply pulling their video and going into hiding, then I'm sure some of us may have had a sliver of respect for them. But no. As normal, the police backed away from the real questions that people want answered. And they simply proved themselves to be spineless yet again. Now, as I know many of you had genuine questions about the law, I've been able to do something very special for you. I've had a meeting today with someone who has agreed to give me some of his time to answer your legal questions. This guy is one of the top action against the police solicitors in the entire country and is co-director and head of litigation at a nationwide firm. Some of you will already know who this guy is because you've mentioned his name in the comments, but due to me waiting for information back from the police, I didn't want to give away who I had instructed at that point. Ian Gould from Liverpool has helped many people over the years successfully sue the police and get closure for their incidents where the police misused or abused their powers, assaulted people, wrongful, unlawful arrests, gross misconduct in a public office, and many other cases resulting in police officers being sacked and hundreds of thousands of pounds in claims against those officers and police forces. Now, Ian charges around £500 an hour for his time. However, he has graciously offered to give some of his time to us to answer your questions. Now, obviously, with almost 6,000 subscribers, 6,000, I still can't believe they've got 6,000 subscribers. It is going to be impossible to answer every single question, which is a shame, but it just simply cannot be done. I have an agreement in principle with Ian to answer 10, maybe 15 questions, depending on the time that we have allotted, based on the questions that are asked the most. So I would like to ask you all, if you have any questions regarding the police, regarding action against the police, photography in public, police powers, or anything like that, please put it in the comment section below using the hashtag, can't believe I just done that, or is it that way, hashtag, using the hashtag #AskIan. Okay, now there's lots of different ways of spelling Ian, just copy it from the description below. Okay, copy hashtag #AskIan from the description, pop it in your comment, and then ask your comment. That way I'll be able to find all the questions a lot easier, because I know some of you will comment as well as ask questions. So if you can keep your comments and your questions separate, so if you want to say that's awesome, thank you, for example, put that in one comment, and then in another comment put hashtag #AskIan and then your question. It just makes it easier for me to be able to go through all of the questions and then tally up which questions that have been asked, and whichever ones are asked the most are the ones that we're going to ask Ian. You can ask multiple questions, but if you ask multiple questions, please do it in a separate comment. Each question, separate comment, so that I can tally it up a lot easier, and I would very much appreciate that. questions not to ask. So I have to go through this. So if you have an ongoing case that's being dealt with by somebody else, or even if it's being dealt with by Ian, that information is between you and Ian, okay, or you and your solicitor. So if you're having an ongoing case at the moment, then you need to speak to your own legal advisor in private and discuss that matter, okay? I don't think Ian is willing to discuss individual cases as such. Or if you have a question like, last month I saw the police throw somebody to the ground, are they allowed to do that? Questions like that, I'd rather not have to go through, because I mean it's quite obvious that, you know, generally they're not allowed to. You know, if it's, you know, we know the answer to that, I think, already. All right, so it's generally questions that you genuinely are unsure about or genuinely don't know the answer. Or if it's a case that you've been involved with in the past, or any past case. We want to keep things relevant, we want to keep things in the now, okay? Answering a question about the past, legislation could have changed since then, which makes it null and void now. So we want to keep everything, all the questions, we want to keep them you know, up to date and concise. So anything that you've seen on this channel, I'm waving my arms around a lot, so I'm going to take off in a minute. Sorry, it's acting like a dick. Anything that you've seen on this channel, if you've seen an incident on this channel that I've reported on, or you've got your own incident, for example, then those are the types of questions that we're happy to, or Ian will be happy to answer. It will all be recorded. It will be recorded on camera, on film. I don't know if we're going to do a live. I think we'll probably do an edited version. I promise I will not cut out any of the answers, but an edited version, because, you know, I'm not very good in the live situations. I and ah an awful lot, which I have to cut out. And I really don't want to piss everybody off with me going because that's just going to get annoying. So we'll see how it goes, but it will probably be an edited version where I just sort of cut it down to make it a bit shorter, and we'll get it up as soon as we can. Now, I can't give you a date as to when this is happening yet. We want to get as many questions in as possible first of all, so I'll probably give it maybe a week and ask you all to think up questions, and then I'll go through all of them questions sort of towards the end of next week, and then I'll speak to Ian and see if we can arrange to have the interview maybe the week after. Okay, so we'll do it as quickly as possible. So yeah, so that's it. I mean, I do not think I've seen another channel with similar content to this one that has done anything like this. You know, there's lots of channels out there, and every one of them, I've respect for everyone that people do. I just like to try and be a little bit different. If I can offer something to people that is genuinely going to help, that makes us stand out as a community as well, then, you know, I'm going to try and do that for you guys, because it's not for me. I don't earn anything from Ian asking questions. Thankfully, Ian's not charging me, because we're probably talking, you know, 250 to £500 of his time at least that we're going to need to do this. So I'm very thankful that you know, we're not being charged for it. But Ian said he's more than happy to do it. He appreciates the activism side of things, okay, standing up for our rights, and he appreciates that, and that's what he works for. He's a human rights lawyer as well. So, you know, he's really keen on people being able to fight for their rights and things like that. So he's you know, he was very, very pleasantly agreed to do this for us. So there we go. And at the end of the day, he is one of the leading action against the police solicitors in the UK, in the entire country. So The fact that he's agreed to do it is just absolutely amazing. So there we go. So don't forget, this is going to be pure gold, guys. So get your thinking caps on. Ask your questions below. Please remember to use the hashtag #AskIan. Copy it from the description below and paste it into your comment. Keep your comments and your questions separate. And that's it for now. So thanks again. Until next time, I'll see you soon.